What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing the yearly video of the top finds from this year. So originally I was going to do like some honorable mentions and stuff, but there was just way too much stuff that I found that I wanted to put on the list. So I just narrowed it down to 10 finds, 10 of my personal favorite finds. So if you guys have been watching all year and you remember seeing something that you think should be on this list but it's not, let me know down in the comments. But going through everything, I think these 10 things are probably my favorite things anyway. So we're gonna start off with number 10, and it's actually the most recent thing on this list, and that is the Cure tee that I found a couple weeks ago at the flea market. Ended up digging this one out of a huge pile of clothes for only $1. This one was buried underneath. It was like a bunch of new clothes, and for whatever reason this Cure shirt was at the bottom of the pile. Asked the vendor how much he wanted. He only wanted $1, so definitely one of my better finds of this year. Moving on to number 9. This one might have been a little bit higher on the list, but this one wasn't actually in a flea market video. I happened to find this on the week that I actually took off. It was weird. I took the weekend off from recording. I still went to the flea market, and for whatever reason, the weekend that I decided not to record, I actually found a bunch of stuff. And this pair of shoes was actually in that stuff. It was the pair of Disposable Dunks that I found. So these Dunks, they were a big size 15, so the vendor ended up giving them to me for only $15 because they were so big. They were still in really good shape, so I cleaned them up a little bit, threw them on eBay, and they actually sold pretty quick for $300. And the way Dunks were this year, I knew they were gonna go pretty quick. Moving on to number 8, I think this is the only thrift store find on the list. It's not that I didn't find good stuff at the thrift, it's just that I found a lot better stuff at the flea market. This one definitely had to make the list, and it was the game-worn Jerry Rice Oakland A's jersey that I found for $15. This one was from when Jerry Rice threw out the first pitch for the Oakland A's. Definitely a crazy find, considering there had to be like not very many of those around, if not only one. So to find that in a thrift store here in Dallas was kind of crazy, especially for only $15. So that one definitely had to make the list. Moving on to number 7, we got another pair of SB Dunk lows, and that is the pair of Puss Head 2s that I found for only $5. So this vendor just had a bunch of stuff thrown around everywhere, and I seen a black trash bag with clothes and stuff in it. I opened the bag and these shoes were in there. Asked him how much he wanted. He only wanted $5, so definitely had to scoop those up. And I want to say I ended up selling those for about $300. They were a size 8.5. I think they're probably worth a little bit more now, but still definitely happy when I only paid $5 for them. Moving on to number 6, this was all the Dragon Ball Z shirts that me and my friend found for $1 each. Ended up finding them under this lady's table in a box. We asked her how much she wanted for them. She wanted $1 each. It was a bunch of Dragon Ball Z shirts and a couple of like video game tees. We ended up paying her for them, and then we split them between us. We both still have them because we collect this stuff. So the ones I ended up keeping was that Zandalfon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It was like an anime tee. I ended up keeping that one, but I got rid of it because I didn't like the way it fit, and I wasn't a big fan of the anime anyway. So I ended up selling that one. I think it was like $40 to $50. It's been a while, but these are the 3 that I ended up keeping in my collection. This Dragon Ball Z one right here. You got Gohan and Goku doing the Kamehameha, you know, whenever you fight Cell. This one right here, the Dragon Ball Z Master shirt from the trading card game. And then on the front you have Vegeta. And then the last one I kept is the Vegeta one right here. And you got Goku and Vegeta fusing into him. You guys know I love my Dragon Ball Z shirts, so to find those for $1 a piece, definitely have to make the list. Coming in at number 5, it was the group of band tees that I actually found on a table for $1 each. Ended up grabbing 15 of them for only $1 each, so $15 for all 15. I think I'm down to like 2 of them out of the 15 that I picked up that I still have. I still have the Josie and the Pussycats tee, and I still have the Tonic tee, I think it was called, but the rest of them are gone, and I sold all of those for anywhere between $100 to $200. So you guys can do the math. I made a pretty good profit on those. Moving on to number 4. Was one of the many pairs of Jordan 1s that I found this year. I could have probably made like a top 10 Jordan 1 list if I really wanted to, but I didn't want to make this list just all Jordan 1s, so I picked the best one in my opinion, and that was the pair of Storm Blues that I actually ended up finding for $50. They were still in decent shape overall. They did have some wear to them. To find a Storm Blue pair of 1s for $50, definitely a great deal. And I want to say I sold those for $350 if I remember correctly. I think I had them listed for like $400, and I just took the offer of $350. They were a big size. They were like a 12 or 13, I think. So I was happy with that. Coming in at number 3 is a hat. And it's actually a hat that I picked up in a big bundle of hats. I paid $5 each for each hat, and I got a decent amount of hats, but the best one out of the group was the Lakers Sports Specialty script hat that I picked up. A lot of people were telling me I should have kept that hat, but I'm not like a big Lakers fan like that, so I was just like, there's no reason to. So I ended up selling it, and I ended up getting $300 for that one, so I'm happy with that. Coming in at number 2 we have the pair of Nike Team Conventions that I actually found from 1986, the white and red pair. I ended up scooping these up for $8, and I ended up selling them for $600. I threw them on eBay. I kind of like highballed it. I put them up for $800, and then I ended up talking to somebody back and forth, and we ended up settling on $600, so I was happy with that considering I only paid $8 for them. And then coming in at number 1, this is actually going to be 2 tees that I found together. I was really going back and forth if I wanted to put these at number 1 or the Team Conventions at number 1. But considering I actually kept these tees and I still have them, I went ahead and just put these at number 1. And those 2 tees that I got for only $1 each was the Chicago Bulls High 5 tee right here. As you can see, you got the Bulls and then all their 5 championships they had won up until this point. And then the second one I grabbed for only $1 as well is the 1994 Magic Johnson Rockets tee. And that one is double-sided. Definitely some crazy tees to only find for only $1. I want to say if I wanted to sell these, I want to say this one maybe like 150-ish, and this one's probably about like 200-ish. I could be a little bit off, but it doesn't really matter because both of these are staying in my personal collection. So those are my top 10 finds for 2021. Like I said, it was kind of hard for me to narrow them down because I guess I found a lot more stuff than I thought I did this year. Like I was saying before, I could have made a whole list of Jordan 1s, but in all, these 10 things are definitely my 10 favorite things that I found this year. 2021 was a great year. Let's hope 2022 we go in even stronger. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hit the like button if you did, drop a comment and subscribe. And here's to 2022, hoping everybody out there has great finds as well. So I'll catch you guys soon with another video. Later.